guys, how you doing? Welcome to another segment of Real Life with Trouble. Today we're going to do it a little bit different than we usually do. Usually we do like cooking, drink. But today I'm going to try something that I haven't cooked in a while and kicked up the old recipes up in the old head again, and we're going to give this a try and see how it comes out. But what we're going to do today is we're just going to do pure cooking. And then stay tuned for the next segment. It's going to be all today. What we're going to do is we're going to cook birria. It's usually cooked with lamb, but I'm going to do it with beef. You can do it with chicken from what I understand. Never ventured out that part, but you know, who's to say, you know, what's good and what's not. Just to let you guys down on the ingredients real quick. So we got carrots. We got red onions and limes. Those are going to be part of the garnishment. We have what I'm going to do, take a quick drink, and then I'm going to grab the can here. So we'll switch over to this can. And if I can show you guys up close what we got. So we have garlic cloves, we have onions, tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. What we have here is the guajillo and California chili pods, 4 bay leaves. My little secret ingredient that I like to use in mine is a habanero. We have cinnamon stick, beef bouillons, a tablespoon and a half of salt, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, a teaspoon of Mexican oregano, a teaspoon of thyme, and as you can see, very little. I was supposed to use 2, but I kind of like the flavor, so I'm going to kick it up a bit with a few more pieces. We have 2 cups of water and about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. We're also going to use part of my social secret ingredient is el pato, to say it correctly. And then we're going to use 1 chipotle. A 2-pound chuck roast in the refrigerator. We're going to pull him on in a minute, and we're going to get him seasoned and seared. So stay tuned for the next part of this segment. Thank you guys for joining. And if you're new here, please, we got to say this enough, subscribe, guys. I love having you guys part of my family, so subscribe. If you're new, if you're already part of the family, you already know what to do. Comment, like, and hey, share as much as you can, because the more people we can tell about this channel, the bigger it gets. And guess what? We all get pieces of it, because I will never forget you guys. You guys are my family. Cheers. So let's get to cooking. Enough talking. So we're back with the most important part of the meal, the meat. So when you're picking out your meat for your birria, you want to go with lamb if you're going to do traditional, but some people don't like lamb, so you can go with beef or chicken. I go with beef. I got a good chuck beef right here, as you can see from the camera. Still got a lot of the gristle in there, some of the fat in between. You want that. I know some people are trying to be health conscious, but that's where the flavors kind of come from, so don't cheat yourself. Don't go with the lean and not give yourself what you're going to get at the end of this. Trust me, it is ass kicking. But before we do get into anything else, we're going to tell you right now, we're going to put some salt, pepper, cumin, and we're going to sear it up, so that way we can go ahead and lock it up, and when we throw it in the pot with everything else, you're going to see it's just going to take in everything in, and it's just going to be phenomenal. So stay tuned, we're going to get to the next process. Now we're going to go ahead and cook and sear the meat. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a little oil on the pan. We already got it kind of nice and hot. We're going to go ahead and put some on the meat. Then we're going to take our salt, pepper, ground cumin. Now we're going to lay this guy right in and start searing him away. You hear that? I know you heard that. Good sear right there. Start cooking it. You want to see, move it around a little bit. You don't want to get burned. Kind of want to get a good lock in the meat. And we'll now let it going for a few minutes. Hit the other side with some salt and pepper too. Alright, so we already got it seared on one side. We got salt and pepper. Well, we got salt on one side. We're going to go ahead the cumin and the pepper. Salt more, pepper. Now we're going to flip it. Ah, look at that. That's beautiful. That's what you're looking for right there. That's a good sear. We'll go ahead and take them out of the fire here. Try to lock in the sides too if you get a chance. Turn it on the side like that. Trust me, it's going to benefit you at the end when you got all those flavors in there. Alright, they're still soft, but you got a nice sear on there. Good, good. Okay, we're going to take it out of the fire now. We're going to heat up to about, I say, 4 or 5 tablespoons of oil, and then we're going to go ahead and cook these chilies. Now, you want to move them around. Don't let them sit around for too long because they'll burn and then they'll turn sour. They get all nice and toasty, and you can see the oil infusing, changing colors. Put your chilies in there. Make sure that oil absorbs that chili. You'll see that color. You can smell it immediately as soon as it hits the pan. Man, it's amazing. The smell of this. So they get nice and soft. Make sure you get all that oil off of the peppers here. And do not throw away the oil because we're going to use it right now. This is boiling hot water, so we're going to go ahead and put a timer for 10 minutes. Make sure you're on medium heat. You're going to take your onions. Throw those guys in there. Try to soften down those onions a little bit. Make a little room. Throw these tomatoes in there. Throw the garlic cloves. I got a nice brown, but again, you don't want to like overcook. So you just want to make sure you get a nice brown. Because we're going to throw all this in the blender in a little bit. So it doesn't matter how big it is. You just want to kind of like get it cooking, get those flavors out. Okay, so now we finished cooking up the onions and the garlic and the tomatoes. We put it in a blender. We're going to get our chilies and put them in here too. Make sure you got it all. So we're going to go ahead and now start putting in the rest of our dry ingredients. You'll put in your cumin, your ginger and your salt, your dry oregano, your thyme and cloves, half a cinnamon stick. And what we're going to do with this habanero is we're going to just take just the very tip of it, not even half. So you're really not grabbing any seeds. Try not to touch this either. Touch your eyes, anything is lethal. You're going to be in a lot of trouble. But just the tip of the habanero, that's about it. Okay? And then looks that way, then we're going to not forget our apple cider vinegar. 2 cups of water. What's left now is to blend. blending for a while now. This is the consistency we're looking for. Now we're gonna take this and put it in the pot. Stay tuned and stay with me, okay guys? Alright, because I'm a dope. I had to redo this and I'm gonna have to add now what I forgot were the chipotle. And you're supposed to put the equivalent, well, 2 chipotles, so it's kind of, try to eyeball it more or less. I'm gonna try to get that, there we go, should be good right there. That one more time and then we're gonna get to work. We're done. It smells amazing. I wish you guys were here to smell this. It smells like a restaurant. Okay, so anyways, now what we're gonna do is get to the next step and we're gonna put it in the pot with everything together. So stay tuned now. Alright, so we're back. We're here by my stove and we're now gonna go ahead and start putting in all the main ingredients. First thing we're gonna start off is the meat. Put that guy right in there. Now we're gonna take our concoction that we made and we're gonna pour it all over that meat. It's gonna cover and drizzle. It's beautiful. It smells amazing. It is a beautiful sight. You almost want to cry. So now that we got our meat on the stove and it's all covered in our sauce, all that's left to do is throw in a couple beef bouillons. That was real smart, right? Throw in our bay leaves. Don't want to forget these guys. It gets all nice and coagulated. Let me zoom in here with my other camera so you guys can see what's going on. So you can see you got the carrots, you got all that goodness going on in there right now. And then yeah, now all we got to do is wait about 2 hours. So all we have to do now is set it for 2 hours. Well, let's go for an hour and a half. Then we'll check it and add another half hour if we need it. And there we go, just cover it up and forget about it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in my secret ingredient after it's been going about 10-15 minutes. I open it up and I put a can of salsa de pato. And you just want to make sure you mix it all up. Get all that in there. So as you can see now, we've got about 3 hours in. We had to go a little bit more. It just wasn't falling apart. I raised up the temperature, but as you can see now, look at this. Yeah, see how it just comes off? That's what you're looking for. We're eventually gonna get there. And I want to say about a half hour more cooking and we're gonna get there. We'll be done. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright, so here we go, man. It's about 3.5 hours later and look at what we got. Yep, look how it just comes right apart. The weight of it just kind of just tears it in pieces. That's what you're looking for. Okay, now we're gonna take it off the heat and we're gonna make our oil hot sauce. We're gonna stick this on there, get it nice and hot. We'll turn up the temperature to high so that we can get our oil piping going. You're gonna take 1 cup of oil. And then over here, if you take a look, I already grounded up some chili peppers. We used our bowl and, hey man, what the hell do you say this? Guarajillo. You're good. Yeah, here you go. Oregano, pepper, and thyme in there. All grounded up. I took it in my processor and I just chopped it up nice and fine. You know, we'll put it into something like this where you're gonna be able to force hot oil right now. We're gonna protect the bottom of this. So we're back. We're now gonna make the oil chili sauce. But you're gonna do is you're gonna take your dry ingredients that I already told you about, and I have to tell you again. You're gonna piss me off, but check it out. I'll say it again anyways. So you got your oregano, you got pepper, you got cumin, and you have your chili peppers. And I showed them to you earlier, so don't make me mad. Let me get another oven mitt. And now I got the hot oil to 1 cup of hot oil at a good temperature. We're gonna carefully, and I mean carefully. Mini cooks out there, don't be trying this alone. Make sure you're with your parents. Little junior cooks out there that are learning how to do things. And you junior cooks shouldn't even be on my damn channel. Right? It is 21 and over. So there we go. And you got the oil cooking. All those peppers and spices. It's just coagulating and making madness. Like delicious madness. And there you go, you just kind of keep stirring it up. And this is what you're going to use pretty much to coat your tortillas. And you're going to lay it down and do a nice good little fry. And that's going to be our next segment. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to chop up the meat next. And then we're going to have a taste test. We got my sister here, Brianna, to try it out for us because my mom is out of town. So now we're back. We're going to be pulling out the meat. We're going to be chopping it up right now. So if you go over here by the camera person, bring it up closer. Show everybody the goody. Ah, look at that. Oh. So you're going to take this guy right here. Look at that. That is what you want. That didn't even take no effort. That's amazing. I love it. Got that guy right there. Still got another piece. Oh, not cooperating. Let's try this guy too. Oh. It's editing magic.
Do I get a piece now?
Can I get a piece now? Yes, definitely we're going to taste test now. So, as you heard of my sister say, it's taste time. So, that's my for the camera girl. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Oh my God. Whoa. You can taste the cloves. That's the first thing I taste, the cloves. Bay leaves coming after. Subtleties of oreganos and oh my God, she was giving me the fork. She wasn't more like she was getting seconds. Go.
Just gonna creep in without
Just
you
do it.
noticing.
This is us, and there's still so much more. There's gonna be meat for days, but this is our version of birria. Like I said, it has a habanero in there. It has a little bit of like it bites on the tongue, but not a lot. You know what I mean? Right, sis?
Not bad.
Like you really don't feel it, but you get that little taste, right? And that's a little bit of the El Pato, the can that I threw in
Yeah,
there.
it's not bad.
Don't be wusses.
Good.
But yeah, this is kick ass. So what we're gonna do now, don't mean to be rude and talk, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna separate the meat and the broth. And I'm gonna store it up. I'm gonna let it cool, store it up, and this is the end of this segment. And I'm going to end it up real quick, but I'm going to let you guys know that the next segment is going to be birria tacos, the cheese tacos. So the ones that are famous that you dip into this broth that we, just kind of go crazy for. But that's our next segment. One after that, we got drinking segments. So stay tuned. This is hot. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm very excited. And again, I want to say thank you guys for commenting, for sharing, for liking, and most of all subscribing. We can't have enough subscribers because we're trying to make it official. We need 100. Let's push it, guys. I know we can do it as a family, and nothing we can do. Besides all this though, thank you guys for being here in my home, sharing this again with me. I really hope that this comes out for you guys as delicious as it is for me. It's time to eat, guys. I gotta go. Talk to you later. Love you guys.
Oh man.
So yeah, real quick sidebar here. We still beefing this out. Like to do it, so delicious. But look at this is what you gotta do. You gotta can you see it? I don't even know what I'm showing you guys. Yeah, look, you gotta dip it right in that sauce. Bring it right on this block right here. Forget about it, man. You ain't gonna find this anywhere else. You can, but the way I make it, you're gonna find it right here in Trouble's Kitchen. So peace out, guys. Love you guys. See you soon.